This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. So Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young are introduced to the crowd because, of course, they're in South Carolina. And Dave would write, Moolah and Mae Young were actually booked for a larger role. They were contacted this past week, but both women, who were 83, had recently fallen. Moolah was supposed to wrestle on the show. I'm not clear of the specifics, but it sounded like she was going to wrestle Melina in a women's tournament. The scripted idea was for Moolah to wrestle, have a woman interfere, and for Mae to give that woman a Bronco Buster. It makes sense that Tori Wilson got that spot and that Crystal was saved from a Bronco Buster. Believe it or not, but obviously the match would have to be very short, but Moolah still has that old school mentality where she wouldn't be happy losing a short TV match. Mae had fallen on her hip in the bathroom when she went to weigh herself. Her hip wasn't broken, but it is very sore. She was using a walker backstage and even in front of people, and she is not permanently disabled, and she is expected to be able to get rid of the walker soon. Moolah fell 2 weeks ago when she was in New Jersey at an autograph signing. She was hurt, but also did not break her hip. Buddy, the idea that we're having conversations about these ladies wrestling at 83 and breaking hips, that tells you who they were in the biz, does it not?
And, you know, the hardest part is telling them no.
Yeah.
Because they were, you know, looking at it as like, hey, honey, I can do it. I've been hurt my whole life. I can do it. It's nothing but a thing. And, you know, different time, different place. They were players, man. Both Moolah and Mae. God, they wanted to do anything and everything. And they didn't want to be, they looked at it as, well, you're protecting me because I'm a woman, or you're protecting me because I'm old. Well, I'm an old woman and I'm going to do it and prove to you that I'm tougher than your young men. That was Moolah and Mae's mentality, that they didn't want to be protected. They wanted to go, and trust me, they would hit you just as hard. They didn't pull anything. They were absolutely, I thought, two wonderful, wonderful people.
So
got them right there up.
Let's talk about SmackDown. It's taped directly after this show. David Taylor is going to debut as William Regal's tag team partner. Who recommended Taylor to come in, and why at this point in his career?
Dave, believe was recommended by Regal, but Dave was one of those guys that was a stalwart that had come over from England, and just one of those guys that you could count on every time to go out and have one of those great, stiff, snug matches. Shit, double tough guy, super nice guy, and looking at maybe doing something with him. And Regal wanted to bring him in as a partner and thought we'd try it out.
Chavo beats Ray in an I Quit Loser Leaves Town match after the numerous chair shots to his knee. This is for Ray to take some time off for that major knee surgery. And it's a pretty heavy angle that an over babyface like Ray is the one who quits here. Interesting way to write him off TV. What do you remember of this Chavo Ray beatdown?
Well, it's different. I mean, it was a different thing. You would think that, I think that those who think they're smart to the business and know how to write things and do all of that would go the obvious route of you do this and the heel leaves. And this was the exact opposite and a different way to tell the story. And you'll want people to do everything they can on the backside to bring Ray back. But right there up on my thing, giving me a kiss.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.